Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is...
Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Chef Rob. Today, getting ready for the holidays, for winter, we are going to make some chocolate snowstorm cookies. They're really delicious. They have, you could actually call it a double chocolate because you have chocolate chips and you have cocoa powder in there. So you're getting two chocolates in there. And at the very end, we dust it with some powdered sugar, and that's our snowstorm. So it looks really good and it will taste good. Let's start by doing our dry ingredients. We're going to take 1 full cup of the all-purpose flour. Make sure nice and level. And then also, we need 2 tablespoons. It does need those extra 2 tablespoons, so make sure you do that. Okay, a ½ teaspoon of the salt. This is the regular table salt. You do need the salt to bring out all the flavors, especially the vanilla and the chocolate in here. A ½ teaspoon of baking soda. And then we want to just take a whisk and just mix all these dry ingredients together just until they are combined, and that is good. Now we're going to start on our wet ingredients. Just going to take my room temperature butter, 1 stick, which is of course a ½ of a cup. Bring it to room temperature, very, very important. You always want to make sure the color is all the same all the way through. That means it's nice and fresh. If it has different shades of yellow in there, it's getting old, so be careful with it. Now a ½ cup of the white sugar. You want to make sure you take the full ½ cup. Put that in here. And now I have some light brown sugar. Light or dark for this cookie would be fine. And everything goes in here, and then we're going to cream it with our hands, or you can take a spoon and mix it really well. I'm going to put in some vanilla extract. Use the pure, because the pure is the best. I'm using a ½ teaspoon. This is a 1/4, so I'm just adding my other half. And now 1 room temperature egg. Take it out about an hour ahead of time so it gets to room temperature. And now a 1/4 cup of the cocoa powder. And you're going to dump that right in here. That's going to give it that real good chocolate flavor. And now either with a spoon, as long as that butter is soft enough, you can mix this around really good. Okay, just kind of mash it up really good. You got gloves, you can go in there with your hands, but you just don't want to lose any ingredients. Try to keep everything in that bowl. Takes a few minutes. If you got an electric beater, you can put that on. Just don't overmix it, just get it till it is combined. Just about complete. Took about 2 minutes really just to get this really nice and creamed. Now I want to take my dry ingredients, add these all into that chocolate mixture. Again, just get it to where it is combined. You don't want to see any flour left in here. These cookies you will bake at a 375 temperature, and they should take right around the 10 minutes. Okay, we are done with the dry ingredients. I am going to now add in some chocolate chips. I'm adding 3/4 of a cup. I'm using the semi-sweet, the little mini chocolate chips. You can add the milk chocolate, semi-sweet, or you can add the dark chocolate. Any one of those would work for this recipe. Just get it to where it is combined. This will make about 16 to 18 cookies. They will be really, really delicious. They freeze really well. Now, if you are a nut fan, you can add in some walnuts. Always chop them and always toast them first, so it brings out that real nut flavor. So I'm going to add in about a ½ of a cup of the walnuts. And whenever you are done with the nuts, always put them in the freezer until you're ready to use them again. Let's just get this combined. It will remind you of a very thick, almost like brownie cookie. I just want those nuts to be in the batter and combine. And then we're going to drop it by a tablespoon and put it onto the baking mat. Most cookie doughs you need to refrigerate for a good hour or two just to kind of get it nice and solid. But this is a very solid dough, so we're going to be able to put these right on the baking mat and get them right into our 375 oven. Okay, those are good. So I have my 2 baking pans here. I have my silicone baking mats, which are really good for baking the cookies. They won't burn, they won't stick, or you can use parchment paper. Either one would be great. I want to drop it by the tablespoon. So I'm just going to take a tablespoon just like this, and you could just kind of roll it just a little bit, and then just kind of help it to start forming it. Just give it a little pat, okay, and it'll start going out just like a cookie. So we are going to do that. We're going to make about 16 to 18 of these. Of course, it depends on how big you do make these. Only put on a full-size sheet pan like this, put about 12 of them on here. No more than that, because they will spread out a little. And don't forget to give it that little pat down. Okay, my last cookie, remember I said 16 to 18? I got 17. Kept it right in the middle. Okay, so I want to spread these out so they don't go into each other. I'm going to put these in 375 oven for 10 minutes. One of the things you want to do is with cookies, we usually always bake 2 trays of cookies, don't we? So have your trays just like this, halfway through in 5 minutes, flip them real quick, but don't keep opening the oven because the temperature will change it and make the cookie look a little different, okay, have a different texture. So 375 for 10 minutes. So our 17 chocolate snowstorm cookies are done. Make sure you let them cool. You can put them on a wire rack for about 10 minutes, just as long as they're nice and cool. And then we are going to sprinkle some snow on there, edible snow, powdered sugar, and it will really make them look really pretty. But make sure you do let them cool before you put the powdered sugar on it, because it will kind of melt into it, and you want it to have a really nice dusting, and it'll look pretty for the holidays, for entertaining. So here is 17 of the chocolate cookies, and now let's dust it. Edible snow, and it tastes so good on this and makes the cookies look really, really pretty. I really suggest though that you get a little shaker, something like this. If you don't want to buy one of those little mesh strainers would be really good. Okay, but this is all you need to make your holiday parties or families together taste really good. So I hope you have wonderful holidays, everybody. Have a safe winter, and thank you for always watching my classes.
Let it snow and snow.